So as Toy Story Land is nearing completion at Walt Disney World, one final character has finally been installed, so let's dive into it all up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast, and before we get started for today I just want to make a very quick announcement as Will over at Universal Newscast has brought out a brand new video over on his channel. However, his videos over on Universal Newscast will be coming out as and when there is news instead of the old schedule of every Wednesday. But with that being said, now let's get into the news, as Toy Story Land is tiptoeing closer to the official grand opening on June 30th. And we've been tracking the many milestones of this new land over the last year, with the arrival of the Slinky Dog ride vehicle, the installation of Rex and Jessie within the Slinky Dog Dash track, the recent addition of Woody at the entrance of a new land, and now we finally have our first look at BUZZ LIGHTYEAR, as he joins the rest of the characters within the new land at the entrance of the Alien Swirling Saucers attraction. As we can see here in these brand new aerial images courtesy of BioReconstruct over on Twitter, which I highly recommend going over and checking out on Twitter, and I'll put a link down below. Now, these massive statues that are featured within the new land don't look that impressive from the aerial perspective, but trust me when I say that they will be when they are viewed from within the land instead, like we see here with Toy Story Playland over at Disneyland Paris. That Disney really know what they're doing by creating these massive statues that will help shrink you down to the size of a toy, but more specifically the scale of a Green Army man. But progress can also be seen on the new quick service window within these aerial photos from BioReconstruct as well, as most of the theming has now been completed. But one thing to look for here is the famous Pixar Luxo ball, which has now been added. But this won't be a water feature like it will be over on Pixar Pier. And whilst we're at it, we can also see the new entrance has now been erected for the Toy Story Mania attraction, along with a new themed exit area which is currently being landscaped to make it look like Andy's backyard. But now let's talk about the opening of Toy Story Land, as the question on many people's minds is whether this land will have a soft opening period, much like we saw with the annual pass holder previews with Pandora, the World of Avatar, last year. Well, all of the evidence at the moment is pointing to this being less likely to happen, as it's said that Imagineering are going to need as much time as possible to complete all the finishing touches for June 30th's grand opening. But recently it was reported by Blog Mickey that some lines of code on the D23.com website indicated that there might be some sort of preview on June 22nd instead. But this should not be treated as confirmation at the moment that there will be a preview at that time. However, what we do know that has been confirmed is that Toy Story Mania will be closed from June 11th to June 19th, so that the final changes can be made for the new entrance switchover from Pixar Place to Toy Story Land. So maybe we'll start to see the new entrance used from that date onwards, but it's unlikely, as Disney have officially confirmed that media previews will take place on June 28th, 2 days before the grand opening ceremony. But now let's talk about the new trailer for WreckIt Ralph 2, which has been breaking the internet ever since it was released yesterday. As this second trailer for the new movie, which comes out this Thanksgiving, is jam-packed full of little Easter eggs and references to the cornerstones of the internet, which is a great use of product placement in my opinion, which will actually add to the overall environment of the movie. But it might also make it look very dated in years to come. But the big thing here within the trailer is the Oh My Disney section, which looks to be a hardcore Disney fan's dream come true, with Disney, Star Wars, Marvel and Pixar and even the Muppet Show all on the same screen together, with this entire scene looking more like D23 Expo than anything else. However, what's breaking the internet is this scene here with all of the Disney princesses in one room, interacting and making very meta references to the various stereotypes that we see within Disney animated movies. But personally, I reckon that the narrative within this movie will probably introduce some sort of malware or virus character as the villain, a little bit like we saw King Candy glitching in WreckIt Ralph 2 way back in 2012. And now let's move on to some news about Disneyland Paris. As since January of this year, the iconic Phantom Manor has been down for a lengthy refurbishment, enhancing the animatronics and the overall special effects, while still bringing new illusioneering techniques to the attraction. But this past weekend at the Disney Fan Days event, it was announced that the original Vincent Price recordings for the Phantom Manor narration will be reintroduced to the attraction when it reopens in October of 2018. And not just that, as it has now been revealed that the new storyline for the attraction will centre around not only the bride, but also who the Phantom is and how it became his manor. But now it's over to you, Walton, as I would like to know, what would you like to see referenced within WreckIt Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and which characters would you like to show up within the Oh My Disney section of the movie from the entirety of the Disney catalogue, and also the reason why. And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in with a chance to win an official Waltoneer DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning with this suggestion from the previous video where we were talking all about the new ride storyline for the Incredicoaster, which is coming to Pixar Pier. And so that's it for today. So go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Hit that notification icon so that you always receive an update. And also, if you've enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.